Je t'écoute.
Et avec toi?
Oui.
Toi, un autre.
Maman, I'm listening.
Coming with me.
I'm coming. What happened?
No, because I knew. I just him to call me.
You didn't.
No, you see, it's just. And this one here doesn't work. Throw it.
I didn't give it to you.
No, no. Just throw it. It doesn't work.
I'm gonna keep it for myself. What do you mean it doesn't work?
It doesn't work. Okay, come sit down because I'm not gonna little. This is
The ice pack.
you have to put it.
Yes. What is this?
Non, c'est ça que je veux. Non, je vais te.
You put it in there, Mama. Mama, it's okay.
You don't have enough space in the freezer.
I'm gonna do it at home.
Okay.
Because now he's gonna be waiting in the day. Hey. Oui, madame.
Okay. And this is
Pizza.
meat pie.
Tostière.
Oui, je pense que. You want this?
What do you have? You know what? Keep these. I'll take these.
Okay.
The ball stuff? You know these? They had a fucking special last weekend. 60%, Mama.
Okay, that's it.
Mama, huh?
Yeah.
You're never gonna believe this. I saw the special on Max because I've been looking for the special. I thought I had a big special because I saw. Oh, meat pie. I saw le hummus du 80.
Okay, yalla.
I was like, oh, this is a big special. Guess how much it was? Just like 80 grams.
Okay, so now, because you have a lot to carry,
Yep.
let's go.
You know the beautiful that my mom's soup, and look at this. Gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so then, oh, merci. Merci, Habib. Okay. Now, Mama, where's your purse? Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need anything else. You're not even going out.
I'm not going to go with you.
I just think. Take it. Oh, nice bottle. Nice bottle. That's very kind of you.
Okay?
Ben oui. I'm gonna tell you, man, the bike, ça va bien. This is all for me, holy.
No, attends Stéphane, attends Stéphane.
I'm not touching anything.
Because I'm going to help you out. But I want him to take. $25. I need my keys. Where's my keys?
I give it to you.
I know. And where's the bottle of wine?
Here.
Where? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Je vais. Let's go.
Grazie, gomma.
Let's go. gonna just, can you close the light now?
Yes, sir, Mama. Yes, sir. Oh, Mama, you want me to put some water in my cup? I forgot about it. Mama, you're happy with the hair?
Fuck yes.
I was so that you didn't see the video.
No, I didn't.
Because I was like, fuck, the surprise is finished. Easy, I brought the pen. I brought the pen.
You love me?
Good. You have it. Mama, look.
And then,
The pen.
and this one here.
No, it's a good book. It's for you, Ma.
I'm not gonna use it,
She's
Stefan.
got something to get on to give to her. Just deserve it.
Where's my keys?
In your hand.
No. I don't have them.
Ah, I got it. Did she give you the banana bread, Mama, for today?
Yes.
Okay, good.
One banana for you and one banana bread for me.
My coworker. She has so nice. Huh?
I know. Okay. Please go. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for listening to whatever.
The problem is, and again, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't know I'm gonna need it so much.
No, because of the bread.
It's okay, man. Don't worry about it. I didn't know that you had to talk about it with me. Otherwise, I would have asked you before. I'm sorry about that. Huh? I think it went well. Now let's talk about it again.
I don't know.
Just in case.
And
Where the hell? Mom. I was afraid I couldn't see the hair. And then, by my father, I want to make my mom happy.
and what do you say?
Well, I think he wanted me to say I wanted to make sure happy. Him.
Yeah.
Man, I'm actually, she does it a lot for me. Let me. Hi Theo, how are you?
How are you?
Good,
Look
you?
at you with a haircut and all.
Hey, I did it for my mom.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Shake this. I got you.
Doing this? A haircut. You look like a handsome young man.
Thank
Hey.
you. My mom, she said, please, I want to do it for her. She deserves it. She works hard enough. Yes.
Go ahead.
You see how much?
Oh my God. You are a typical mother. My mother used to do the same
huh?
thing.
No way.
Yes, yes.
I don't think it's
and,
gonna fit.
and Sandra still does that all the time. Oh.
Send us your wife, huh? I think we have everything.
Okay.
I haven't seen you. It's been a while.
Yes, I haven't seen your mother in a long time. My son's gotten married since I saw you.
Oh my.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you pictures before we go.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see your message. I just saw your message.
But you text that 56, I think. Leaving the phone open, huh? In the pocket. Oh la la. What did you do?
Hey, what the hell? What's going on?
What you do is press this.
Because you see, I saw it.
Do it again.
I went just at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. No problem.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, there's no rush. Just a second. In Italian, la vecchiaia è brutta.
The brutal life.
She
I'm
wants to
leaving
get
in 3 seconds. Just a minute. I don't want to start like the gardener with you. Let me just show a picture. I'll come and talk to you. Just a second. This is Jason and his bride.
Ah, congratulations.
My God, he looks like cute. Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
This is a nice.
Wow.
Oh, that's my.
Congratulations. Looks happy. She looks happy.
Yeah. We got married here, even though they live
I
in
know,
Toronto.
I know.
Remember I told you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They want to see you?
So, well, I guess they did it because of my mother. It was easier for her to stay here. And is this you? That
Yalla, because she's gonna fucking kill her.
Okay, yeah.
I don't even
All
live
right.
here. I don't even live here, and I don't. Mama, how was it? Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. And thank you so much for everything. I'm sorry that it's new for me, you know.
I don't know if they spoke.
You had to talk to yourself. You was a bit worried about that?
Yeah, I was sad because
No,
I want you. I
no,
want
you
to-
called me and you were stressed, and I was like, holy shit, something is going on.
because I wanted to.
You call me. You tell me too
Long?
The fucking the elevator is finished, but I have to pay.
Yeah, someone.
Yes, we haven't talked about my. I was freaking out. I'm
Excellent.
not gonna check.
Okay, so that was long.
Thank you.
Huh?
Mom. Of course.
First, next time I see you, I'm gonna be.
No, I understand.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe
I
cut.
get it. It's not easy.
No,
So I let the board know.
I cut here.
you should have. Your father should have done it like this.
No, je fais pas ça.
I done this.
Je fais pas ça. But he touched my neck, and I told him no. He went to my face, and like that, I mean, I don't want to. Je fais pas ça. Il fait comme ça, il fait fort.
Take care.
I took my shoulder.
Bye, Mona.
Push.
Bye, sweetie.
Bemma, thank you so much.
Okay. Tino?
You the man?
Like he's my own.
Oh.
You know me by now. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Mom. Hey, merci.
Yeah, pas de problème. Thank you for the hair.
But of course, you deserve it.
Okay.
See you, my man. How are you? Good, good.
Well,
Tell me about the wedding.
I'm glad. Before we go to the wedding, I'm glad you're working now
Yes, sir.
a lot.
I say it's complex. It's a good job. You know Sobeys?
Ciao.
Bye, Ma.
Who's?
Sobeys. It's my first time.
Sobeys, yes.
My first time with an open window.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's the summer. I enjoy driving with the roof down. If
Feel
it
good?
bothers you, let me know.
No, please. I like it. So you're the company, right? We're working in the freezer.
Oh,
We're
okay.
doing inventories.
Okay.
One of the guys steals.
So, but you're working like a lot of hours now?
No, because we used to, but one of the guys, he steals.
He what?
He steals.
Of course.
And then-
ruins it for everybody.
We're 8 employees, one of them stole. And then he said, if you stop stealing, I'm going to cut your hours and cut your hours.
So, do they know who's stealing?
You know how they know? Yeah, we're 8 people. All of
Uh-huh.
us have an inventory to do. All of us, it happens sometimes there's missing.
Mm-hmm.
All the time it's the normal. There's one guy, for some reason, always short. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So why don't they get rid of him so the rest of you can...
Because it's a conflict of interest.
Probably.
He's the boss. I'm working for an agency. We have our own boss.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. So how many hours approximately are you doing?
25.
How many?
20-25.
Okay.
You know, I used to do 40.
Yeah, 40 is better.
Yeah.
It's you need to live on 40.
But it's a great job.
Well, if you like it, hopefully you'll get more. Why can't you become part of the company?
I signed a contract with an agency.
For how long?
800 hours.
How many hours?
800.
Okay. How many have you done?
112?
Okay, so you still have a ways to
Yeah, but I started a month ago, so. it's not
Oh,
bad.
okay. Well, all I can give you advice is work hard
But what
and,
did you-
and make them want to hire you.
Well, so far he likes me. Because sadly, I'm the only guy that speaks both French and English. You know,
That's
that helps,
good.
That helps. What can I do with the guy that steals? 'Cause I told my boss, but then he said, this is not my problem.
Well, of course it is. Oh, your boss?
Yeah. So he tells me that's not my problem. And if I go talk to the other guy,
He might not like you because
Exactly.
you're squealing on this guy. Well, you know what? Hopefully they'll.
but when they're giving us shit, because the guy is old Italian, Giuseppe,
Okay.
and he believes in honor a lot. So he wants the guy to admit that he's stealing, to step forward and say sorry, because he knows. But he thinks that we're his accomplice, like because we don't say shit.
He needs to. What's the word I'm talking about? He needs to get that guy to admit it or fire him.
Absolutely. But then, the truth is, he knows that guy for sure is stealing. Now the question I think he's asking, he's stealing a lot. Are the other guys stealing something?
That's horrible.
Now the truth, a couple of guys were stealing before. The second he said, you're not working this week because of the stealing, they stopped. He continued. Doesn't give a fuck. No, he stopped. How's the bacon? Yeah.
You got to be desperate to start doing shit like
But
that.
it's a mentality because he stole a salt. You know the big one with the you can crunch it up.
Yeah.
He stole that. Who steals salt, man? Crazy people. How about your son's wedding? How did it go?
Very nice.
Nice.
It was June
Did you cry?
It was June 7th. The day was nice.
Oh man.
The party was great. They organized everything themselves.
Where did they go? Where did they marry?
I'm sorry?
What did they go to a certain church?
No. They
No?
got married at the little restaurant in Old Montreal.
Oh, nice.
He's atheist,
Okay.
and more or less she is too, even though in reality he's Christian and she's Muslim.
Ah.
But neither one followed a religion,
Good.
so there was no need for a religious ceremony.
Good. And how do you feel about it? As long as they're happy, you're good.
Everything, yeah.
And how much money did they save by doing it themselves?
A lot.
Of course.
And it was a small wedding. We were only 50 people, 55 people, just family and their best friends, which was perfect.
That's
so it was
good.
intimate. They knew everybody. They had a fantastic time. That's all you can ask for.
And then, good.
Yeah.
And you're happy. Did you cry? Did the wife cry?
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Even I cried.
Of course. How did you feel? Do you feel pride or it's a big step?
Yeah. It's even though they lived with each other for a few years.
But you liked her since day one, right?
Yes, day one.
What you gonna say?
I was about to say there's a
nice
car I
car.
would love.
Absolutely. Old car like that.
It's beautiful.
Dodge Charger, Mustang looking car like that.
That's a Mustang.
Wow. You know what happened? When Transformer came out,
Yes,
and then everybody went to Mustang.
it's true.
Huh.
It's true.
Your first reaction with her was, I like her?
Yeah,
Good.
right from the beginning.
What's
Very nice
sold you?
girl.
Oh, that's
Very
awesome.
respectful.
That's awesome.
You know, hopefully it lasts now that she's married to him.
Well, were you together for how long before?
2 years, 2.5
Okay,
years.
okay,
So
okay.
we've known her for a while.
Well, that's the most important part. A lot of people, they think that they get married, they think it's a romantic gesture, they don't think about it, you know?
I really don't have any worries about it.
Good.
So,
And you just happy that he was married, or
Yeah.
it was especially to her?
to be honest, if
Yeah.
they wouldn't have gotten married, it wouldn't have bothered me or my wife. But her parents are a little bit more old-fashioned. They're Kurdish,
Okay.
so they preferred that they were married.
You think it was more because of the religion, I think?
The parents, maybe.
Yeah.
The parents.
Saying, you need to get married, you know?
Yeah,
Make it official.
I mean, they were okay because they liked Jason.
Nice,
That
nice,
they
nice,
lived
nice,
together,
nice.
but in the end, this is what they were hoping for.
Good.
You know what?
Even then, you didn't do a big celebration, you didn't do like a big ceremony.
No, exactly. But you know, in the end, married, not married,
And love is love.
It's about respect and love, and that's all that counts.
Did you meet her parents?
Oh yeah.
Did you get her close?
When we go to Toronto, we have supper with them all.
Oh,
the time.
that's nice.
Very nice people.
Very nice.
Very, very nice people.
You think they were a bit disappointed because the wedding was here? But they went there at least.
I think the mother was a little disappointed
Yeah.
that it was here. But in the end, like, we had no say. They
No,
chose,
no,
even the
absolutely.
even my daughter-in-law, my son's wife. She chose to have it here. We don't know why.
Well, you know that when a wedding is the woman that thinks she chooses that. You better follow, otherwise. Oh.
Exactly. So.
Was it a case of bridezilla?
No bridezilla.
Okay, good.
Thank God.
Thank God.
We've heard lots of stories about bridezillas.
Yeah. Your wife, when you got married, was bridezilla?
No,
Good.
not even a bit.
Good.
Yeah. The only issue when we got married was because we were very young. Our parents both got more involved. They helped us pay for it and all that, so we had no say in a lot of the things. So, but my son and Ariana, it's different.
Because they got saved because they taking care of shit.
They're later. They got married much later. Jason's 38. She's 32.
Yeah, but at the same time, because you got married in a church, it was more expensive. They did a little thing which was less expensive.
Exactly.
You know,
So
church. I heard the weddings 40,000 plus minimum.
yeah.
Well, it depends what you want, of course.
There's still lots of there a lot of kids still get married in big halls and big weddings, and they cost them. Today. Oh man, my cousin was the last wedding I went to, his son, and it probably cost him $250 a person. Picture that times 300, what it costs you.
It's about
Are you good in math?
That's 600. You said 300 people.
250 times 300 people.
Okay, 250. That's a shit ton. The 250, 4 times 4, 20 divided by 4. It's about 7. So let's say 5,700. 57,000 actually.
There you go.
I'm not close.
That's
I did my best, man. I did my best.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay?
But then you're indebted. Then what's the point of that?
It's ridiculous.
You're supposed to be happy we're indebted.
You're better off taking that money and buying a home.
Yeah. Worst case, go on a honeymoon. You know? Are they gonna have a honeymoon?
They're going only in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the weather and shit like that.
Well, because also with the following week was Formula One.
Okay.
And she works for Visa.
Oh.
And Visa sponsors one of the cars.
Okay.
So she had to work at the F1 race.
Okay.
So there was no point, and then they figured, you know what, we'll go away when the weather.
If we're gonna wait, let's wait for a good opportunity.
Exactly.
Good.
So that's it. So today you just saw your mom just for lunch?
Well, she wanted to talk because she's afraid. She's older. She's gonna die soon.
Oh no! Why did she think that?
I don't know. So she said, Steph, you have to get ready for my will.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not even joking. And I told her, Ma, don't you think it's a bit early?
How old is she?
67.
I'm 66, so...
No, that's what I said. Look at you.
Next time, tell her, what are you talking about?
She's a mom. She does so much for me.
I know, but
So
no. Why, does she feel sick?
No.
Okay, so...
No, but the truth is, her mom died young.
I see.
Her mom died at 50.
From what?
It's pancreatic failure. Cirrhosis of the liver. Cirrhosis.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was drinking 2 liters of Pepsi per day.
Oh, wow, that's different.
So she died very young. So my mom, she says every single day that I meet my mom is the grandfather, her father.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of shit. Very disrespectful. Very abusive. He died young also.
Okay.
You know? When both parents die young, I think the kids feel...
Yeah, maybe. But she should get out of that mindset. She has you. She needs to live as long as she can.
I know.
Right?
And she's really worried because, you know, life is expensive and shit like that. And she's like, it's definitely going to be okay. But the truth is, she doesn't know my finance. So she's like, I don't know how you're doing. I said, Ma, if I'm not crying, if I'm not asking for help...
That means you're capable. Exactly.
But she doesn't understand that. She's a mom, too.
Okay. And
you know, she wanted to talk about the will. I was against it because I'm like, Mom, I don't care what you leave me. I want you to be happy. I want you to be okay. I want to live with you.
Of course. That's exactly what it should be.
But if she wants...
I mean, but all parents are the same. We plan for our kids to leave them something one day.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You didn't have the talk with your kids about the will yet, but it's something that you think about.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
My wife and I have a will.
Yeah.
But
you didn't have the talk.
We don't think about it.
Yeah.
Look, my mother's 87.
That's what you said your mother. I said, holy crap. That's some good genetics.
So, my dad died at 94.
Wow.
Yeah. So, your mother doesn't... next time I see her, I'm going to give her shit.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to go, you're supposed to be enjoying life.
Yeah.
Enjoying your son. And, you know, thinking about longevity.
Absolutely. But the reality is, my father's a bit more like a dad. So like, if you fall, I'm going to help you out. But if you don't fall, I don't need to help you. So she feels that because he doesn't, in her mind, it doesn't help enough.
I see.
So because he doesn't help enough, she feel the need to balance.
Right. Okay. Well, I understand that. Is your father still work?
Yeah. Well, he works, but he works for himself. So he has a duplex, and he fixed the apartment upstairs. So he works, but he doesn't work for a company.
I see. Okay.
Understand? Okay. But this is between you and I. My mom's always been more of an enabler. My father has been always more tough love.
Gotcha.
You understand? It's a different mentality, right?
It's normal.
When you were raising the kids, you had the same mentality with your wife?
Fathers tend to be tough love. Mothers tend to be
motherly love.
Motherly love, exactly. Exactly.
But sometimes you need the tough love.
Yes, you do. Mothers tend to think their kids can do no wrong, where fathers tend to...
They need to do wrong to learn.
Exact. Be a little... I was tough on my kids, I'll admit.
But the important
my father was very tough on me. So...
But do you have a relationship with your kids right now?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So even though you were tough, they understood it.
You know what? I find today's parents are too soft.
Well, yeah.
That's why the world and children are the way they are today.
Absolutely. But they're
not afraid of anybody or anything.
Because they haven't experienced anything.
And they feel that they can get away with it because no one's going to slap their hand. Like we got slapped.
I had a friend, his daughter, about a month ago, he went to slap her because she wasn't behaving. I said, you're not going to call the cop for that.
Nowadays you can. How old is she?
I think she's 12.
She's 12?
Yeah. But that's something that people at work, at school said.
I would never, even when I was tough on my kids.
They would never call the cops.
Not only that, I would not have hit them physically in the face or anything. A spank on the bum, like my father did, no problem.
You didn't get the belt, then you got the belt.
But if it's on the ass, I have no issues with it. Honestly, I have no issues with it. But I would not ever say to a parent,
hit your kids.
Hit your kids in the face, or that's totally wrong.
But you see this mentality because her friend at school probably told them, hey, it's not okay that he hits you, or it's not okay that he's been physical. Call the cops. It's like, okay, that's a good idea. But she's 12. She doesn't know what a good idea is.
No, that's if he slapped her in the face, that's wrong.
But I think the biggest problem we have is, for example, right? We had a generation of people that went to war, and they had a lot of emotion that they hide. So what they did is they created a generation after them that was emotional, very emotional, and very expressive because they lacked that. So they're trying to balance that. So there's the third generation after the war. So what do you do?
As well, more of the people that I know, it's because our parents were foreigners, immigrants.
Okay.
Italians. That's who I'm speaking for because that's who I know. But Italians tend to be more hands-on parents.
Okay.
Tough love.
Okay.
Even mothers.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where that came from. And then it passed on to me.
But do you feel like this behavior encouraged you, or you think that because they were tougher, you felt like I'm not gonna be like that with my kids?
No.
Because it's a bit of a situation, right? If your parents are tough with you.
I think if you're a smart person, you take the good and the bad, and you mix it up so that you try to do the best that you can.
Absolutely. It's all a question of trying. You can never be a perfect parent, but you do your best.
Impossible.
No.
It's impossible to be a perfect parent.
My father was also hands-on, and I hated him for that. I hated him. But I grew up and I realized that there was a reason for that. You know?
I remember a few times I did wrong stuff at home.
You feel guilty, yeah?
And, he got mad. I got punished. I grew up to be a perfectly human being. Today, the kids that are growing up, I don't know if they're going to grow up to be good human beings.
I don't know.
Because they're not afraid of anybody. They're not afraid of consequences. So they think they can do and talk back to anybody they want. Not a good thing.
But at the same time, I think they're going to face reality. If they're going to face reality, they're going to say, okay, well, I need to improve. I think life provides.
Yes.
So even though right now they might not seem like amazing human being, they're going to be pushed by a situation where they have to be. But you're right. There's no consequence anymore.
No, there's no consequences anymore. Not at school, not at work, not at home. That's a big, to me, that's a big issue.
We were saying that people, there's people that are saying that you have a medal for participating, and you shouldn't get that. But now we see the consequences. If everybody gets a medal, what's the point of trying?
When I was young and in high school, a teenager, yes, we're all mischievous when we're young.
Yeah.
But I can swear on my father's grave, I never talked back to anybody that was older than me.
Oh, for real?
Never.
Because it was when you were raised, right?
That's respect your elders.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
You feel that way, or you see it?
What's that?
Do you feel that way, or you see it?
I can't hear you.
Do you feel that way, or do you actually see it?
No, I see it too. I read about it. I see it. Like swarm of kids picking on the homeless because they think it's funny. What the hell?
That's fucked up. This morning I saw, when I came to see my mom, was this girl waiting at the bus. A kid stole her phone from her hand, and she was calling, "Au voleur, au voleur, thief, thief." But this happened in the day.
Brutal. Brutal.
And it's next to my house, so you're like, fuck. Like before, when you get to the bus, people will give up their seat for the older people.
Oh, that's long gone.
Open the door for your elder.
When I see a young boy or a young person do that, I'm impressed.
Because you have no expectation anymore.
When I see my son's friends, like at the wedding, but I knew. The good thing is I knew a lot of them because
they were there for a long time.
Through school and hockey, I got to know them. But when they come up and shake my hand, Mr. Maggio, how are you, Mrs. Maggio? I'm very impressed.
Nice.
And then I tell them, don't call me Mr., call me Dale.
But you're still impressed. You still appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you see, you know those kids. They're good kids. They're good seed.
Yeah.
That speaks volume for your son.
But every what's the word I'm looking for? Generation. I see my son's friends, the older one, how courteous, how respectful they are. Then I see my younger son's friends, a little bit less, but overall very good as well. But then I see my nephews, who's younger, 20.
Okay.
Not the same at all.
And you feel it. And you tell your nephew or what?
I feel it and I see it.
You tell your nephew? They're not good seeds?
He's a nice kid, but definitely not as respectful as the older generation.
But your older son, his friends, they were also kids of immigrants, like Italians, like that?
Yeah, most of them,
Okay,
yes.
so you see, maybe that's also a cultural thing.
Maybe, it could be cultural. You're right, good point. Could be cultural.
But with your nephew, the problem is going to be that if you see that acting all the time like that, you try to adapt that behavior.
But he's cultural as well. But to be honest, my sister's husband's a bit of an asshole. So it kind of rubs off on him a bit. A little bit less respect.
Because he doesn't see his father as respectful.
Sorry?
He doesn't see his father as respectful, so why would he be? He wants to emulate the father. And the father's an asshole, he's going to be an asshole, but still he has a good heart. And then who's to tell him, hey, your father's an asshole, you're an asshole? It's hard to say.
Yeah, but you learn.
Yeah.
You kind of grow up seeing...
I know it's your nephew, but one time he's going to find somebody that's going to give him a slap. The fuck did you say to me, You say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Sometimes all people need a little push.
Absolutely.
But with your nephew, do you feel bad about it?
What's that?
With your nephew, do you feel bad about it?
No, I mean, he's okay with me. We joke around. He's he's a young kid. He's 20 years old.
Cocky, arrogant. We all been there, right?
Yeah.
Good.
But I could see that when I was 20, I was not like him. I had much more respect for my elders than the young people do.
But you think he realized it?
Do I see what?
Do you think he realized it?
No, that's normal reaction to those kids.
Because you see no wrong, do no wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But you do wrong. You just don't see it.
That's because of who you hang around with and the society as it is today.
It's insane.
So
It's insane. And then if the whole generation, you're being a good kid, but you're being the weird kid because you're not as mean as the others.
wow.
So you're trying to fit in, and fitting in is being an asshole. The society's an asshole. You know?
So do you see your dad?
Yeah, my dad's actually
Where does he live?
28. I'm 26. I see him once a week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
28. So 15 minutes walking.
Oh, okay. So you live close to him.
Yeah. Me and my father were closer than me and my mom.
Uh-huh.
Then my mom just because she lived farther. You know? I see her once a month. I see him 4 or 5 times a month.
Okay.
Super good human being, but a bit emotionally reserved.
Okay.
You know. And then he's a good person, but
Yeah, maybe you should try seeing your mom a couple of
time a month, of course.
twice
But
a month.
she's
She
working
would like it. Yeah, she works a lot.
a lot, yeah.
Unfortunately.
And she thinks that I need help. See right now. I told her, Ma, if you can say too much, then she told me what you're gonna eat. Oh, the thing that I eat when you're not there, right? My father's a good.
Mothers are mothers.
Yeah.
Look, my son and his new wife, when they come here, they go home with a cooler
Yeah.
full of frozen
Yeah,
food.
Yeah.
Mothers will be
Yeah,
mothers.
It's not an Italian thing. That's a whole mother thing. And what do you think? Do you
just-
have enough?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you just accept it. Thank you. They love you. That's all you can do.
There you go. Thanks for the food, Ma. It was delicious. Good. Father's a bit more complex because he doesn't see the extra work I do.
Does he live alone or does he
No,
have a new
with his
wife?
girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
She's nice, but also she wanted a kid. He didn't have give her a kid,
Okay.
so it was a bit of a you're what I couldn't have.
I see.
Understand? My father doesn't see the hard work that I do. So right now we're doing 20 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't you get another job?
Mhm.
I'm like that. I want to get another job, but I'm also working on social media.
Right.
That's a lot of work also. But doesn't
Of course.
see that.
Of course.
So he thinks I'm a bit lazier. Like for example, today I talked about the will of my mom.
Uh-huh.
My father's like, oh, that's a good idea. I want to talk about it with you too. He said, I feel like you're a bit too lazy to inherit my fortune. And I'm like, Dad, you're not gonna die tomorrow. First of all, second of all, I never asked for your fortune, right?
Uh-huh.
And you don't see the work that I do. But I never had those talk. Never had those talk. When you're gonna have the talk with your kids, it's gonna be something else too.
But we're lucky with our kids because they don't need our help.
No.
Jason, the one that's married in Toronto, and his wife now both make extremely good money.
They must pay a lot of taxes.
In Toronto, they do,
Where's in Montreal?
and the younger one is in Montreal,
Okay.
and he has a very good job as well. So right now they don't need our help, but we always say,
If you need,
if you
the door's
need,
open.
you know where we are. If anybody's gonna need our help, it'll be my younger one. He's a little bit more of a wild child.
Okay. Okay.
Good kid,
Uh-huh.
but different than his brother.
Do you feel a certain type of way that is they don't really need you?
Do I what?
Do you feel a bit bad that they don't
No,
need you?
not. I feel proud
Okay, good.
that.
Because there's always gonna be like, oh, this is my baby boy, this is my baby daughter. He's waiting for a sign of Christ. The Lord's Savior. But you know what? You should be proud. It's great that they take
Oh,
care
you
of
know what?
themselves.
You have a lot of bags. You know what?
Don't go there. Don't go there. Never
Sure.
go there. No, I said one way.
Oh,
You're gonna
well.
be fucked. You're gonna be really fucked.
How are you gonna carry all those bags
Hey.
home?
Left and right.
It's a lot of bags.
I know. So you gonna tell my mom about the will? Enjoy life a little bit more, Mona?
Absolutely, I
Please.
will tell her.
Think I
Absolutely.
want to learn that shit?
What's that?
Think I want to learn that shit? The will? No. If she wants to, I have to.
But if you do her will, that's fine, because at a certain age you need to.
Of course.
But you know what? I think you're a bit young, and she's a bit young too.
You had your kid at what age? Oh, okay. My mom was 25.
There's no way you can do it.
Hey. You kidding me? You don't believe in the right and left, man? Come on. See, this is my first rodeo. It's my
Oh,
second.
look at everything she's buying.
Want some?
I'm gonna ask her to adopt me for crying out loud.
Yo, on the pleasure. Take care.
And
Thank you so
I
much.
hope to see you more often at your mom.
Awesome.
I don't mind taking you home, so don't
I'll
worry
tell
about
her.
it, okay?
I'll tell her if you don't miss me, I want to see you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
care.
Oh,
You okay?
absolutely. You just press the door.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you, huh?
My pleasure.